We are officially recording. Hello, family. This is Francesca Conate coming to you for our Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Daniel. She is the owner of Wholistic Wellness Boutique. And for today's Wellness Wednesday topic, she's going to tell us about CBD. She's going to tell us the benefits as well as the misconceptions. Dr. Daniel. Oh, excuse me. Actually, before I even get into that, let me explain that she is a holistic pharmacist, meaning that she's traditionally trained in pharmacy and medical matters. And she's actually at her location, so don't even worry that she's handling business. But she's very much an advocate for holistic approaches and options for wellness. So, with that understood, welcome, Dr. Daniel.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, we sound so official. You are very welcome. So, today, first of all, what is CBD? What does CBD even stand for?
Okay, CBD is cannabidiol.
Okay.
Ooh, there's an echo. Okay. CBD stands for cannabidiol,
Okay.
which one is one of the components of the cannabis plant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and really what I've gotten is a lot of misconceptions
I see.
especially when the word cannabis comes up,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of triggers people. And I have to explain to them that um, cannabis has two different strains or varieties.
Mm-hmm.
There's the hemp strain,
Mm-hmm.
which has hundreds of thousands of uses. It
Wow.
can be used for medicinal purposes. It has been used for paper.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the Constitution was signed on
That's
hemp
very
paper.
interesting. Okay.
Right. Also, it can be made into bricks to build houses,
Interesting. Did not know that.
clothing, shoes. It has, like I said, hundreds, thousands of different uses.
Mm-hmm.
But, it has been found to be useful in medicinal purposes.
Okay.
So, some people have used it for pain relief, like inflammation, anxiety, stress, which is important right now.
Very true.
Um, it can help
Actually,
with
let me ask you a point of clarification, just to be clear. So, cannabis is the plant. From the plant come two strains. One
right,
strain is hemp, and that's the one you explained to us.
right.
And
This
the
is the
other
hemp.
strain is
The other strain is marijuana,
okay.
which is the one that has the bad rap,
Mm-hmm.
because people have used it to get high or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
And that's
marijuana,
usually what's associated with THC and what people are concerned about if they're working and their employer is doing, I guess,
drug
drug
testing.
testing. Correct. That if THC is in their system, that's a problem.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. But the marijuana has had, it's been found to have some medicinal properties as well,
Mm-hmm.
especially with people with cancer or,
Mm.
different chronic illnesses like that. It has been used in severe seizure disorders and,
I've heard of that.
different things. So it's not completely bad, but, it has been studied and shown to have some medicinal properties.
Mm-hmm.
But the legal portion right now is legal in all 50 states is the hemp, which
Okay. And from the hemp, we get CBD.
exactly.
Okay.
Not only CBD, because there's over 100 different cannabinoids, and CBD is just one of them.
Now that's interesting. I didn't know that. I think I read at one point in time that the cannabinoids were a natural part of our diet and our lifestyle a long time ago.
Exactly.
What
Exactly.
happened that was removed from our lifestyle, our diet, our nutrition?
Well, it goes back to when the United States first became an entity, so to speak.
Okay.
The farmers were they were required to grow hemp. So our
Okay.
animals, our livestock, they ate the hemp plant because it was growing everywhere.
Okay.
So the animals have a cannabinoid system just like humans
Mm-hmm.
do. So the animals were eating the hemp plants
Mm-hmm.
and it was part of their system. And we ate the
Correct. So by
animals who were
default, that
eating the
became a
hemp.
part of ours.
Right. So that was a natural part of our diet. But when the hemp got banned, for a lot of different reasons, it was
I'm sure
taken
mostly
out.
financial and money. I'm sorry, financial would be money, yeah.
Right. Yes. So once it got banned, it was taken out of our diet, and we were no longer able to enjoy the medicinal benefits naturally by consumption purposes.
Understood. What was the impact on our bodies? So this was something that we had that our bodies needed. We had access to it. It was eliminated from our diet. Did it have an immediate impact on us or not necessarily?
Well, actually, you can say that we have become cannabinoid deficient.
Okay.
Because we all have an endocannabinoid system that all mammals do. So without having the cannabinoids interacting with our endocannabinoid system, there creates a deficiency.
Interesting.
So, and that's been for, the last 100 years or so.
So basically, the fact that CBD has become very popular, the benefit of that, if nothing else, is to say that it is returning our body, I guess, to a more balanced state since we've been deficient of it.
Exactly.
And because it's new to us, we're not understanding that, although it's coming from the same plant that has marijuana, it is not the same thing. And the benefits are there without the high, without the testing for THC in our drug tests and things of that nature. Okay.
Exactly. The hemp plant has high CBD and low THC. But the marijuana plant, it has high THC and low CBD.
I see.
So really that's the difference.
So as a pharmacist and obviously having a wellness store, what CBD products do you carry and why?
Well, really, there's 3 different types of CBD products, and that's important for people to understand when they're looking for a CBD product, because they will say, the people that would come in here, I tried CBD and it doesn't work. Okay, first of all, you have to consider what is the source. Did it come from the United States? Was it organically grown? Did it come from China or some random country?
So many factors. It's not enough just to say CBD, but what is the quality of it? How was it harvested? So many things that I'm sure, including myself, we just don't consider like CBD as CBD.
Exactly.
Okay.
And like I said, there were 3 different types. There's the isolate CBD. It's an isolated compound where they extract it, and there's only CBD in the product.
Okay.
There's no other cannabinoids included.
What's the benefit of having it isolated like that? Does it make it more concentrated?
Well, it is concentrated, and when you look at it, it looks like a white powder. So this is the most processed form of CBD. I wouldn't, say it's the best.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's for people who really don't want any THC at all in the product. You can get an isolated compound that's just CBD only.
Okay.
And then we also have the broad spectrum, which has all the other cannabinoids except THC. So it's not as processed as the isolated the product. The broad spectrum product does have some additional benefits because you have the benefits of the other cannabinoids working together.
Gotcha.
But you just don't have the CBD of the THC. I'm sorry.
That's right. Okay. And the third one?
The third one is the full spectrum product. Now the full spectrum, it has all the cannabinoids in it.
It has all the goodies.
It has everything in the plant. So it does have, since it's coming from the hemp plant, it has less than 0.3% THC.
Okay.
But it also has it also has all the other cannabinoids working together.
So that's actually very, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I said now it's easy for people to understand that there's levels. So isolate, you have absolutely nothing in it. I think you said the next one was broad spectrum.
Right. The next one is broad spectrum.
Okay,
That has all the cannabinoids except for THC.
gotcha. And then
The full spectrum.
okay, and that's everything.
Yes, that has everything.
Okay.
And when you have the full spectrum product, I really like that one because you get the benefit of all the cannabinoids working together, of what they call an entourage effect. So
I've heard that before.
yeah, everything
Because
works
everything is
together.
just kind of layering up and just magnifying the benefits.
Right. It's
Okay,
the most natural form. It's
that makes sense.
the least processed form.
Okay.
So it's most closely to what you would get
Hmm.
pulling it out the ground. This is
Okay.
the whole plant the way that the creator made it
Okay.
without doing all the extra processing.
That's really good to know. So thank you because you really gave a great overview to make it easy to understand what people are looking for, what they need to consider in terms of their needs. From what I understand at your location, there's something new that you started with your CBD products. What is that?
It's customized blends of
Okay.
CBD. So, like if a customer comes and wants a specific flavor or a specific dosage form, then we can create that.
Nice. Who's we?
I'm working with a team,
Okay.
um, an herbalist, and also a medicinal chemist. And
That's super cool.
I would do an intake for the person. I would,
Okay.
ask them if they're on any other medications,
Hmm.
ask them their medical conditions, because all these things can play a factor
That makes sense.
in taking the CBD.
Hmm.
So then I would, see what the person needs,
Hmm.
and we would create a custom formulation for them.
That sounds really amazing. And I guess the benefit of it being customized means you've taken into account their needs, their challenges, and what would be most effective for them. That includes, are you adjusting or dealing with the dosage, or that's something that you figure out with your client together?
Well, that's something that I would talk to the client
Hmm.
definitely first,
Okay.
because weight plays a factor. It can
Mm,
be dosed by weight. Activity level is a factor too.
interesting. Okay.
Um, a sedentary person would need less CBD than
Mhm.
a highly active athlete. They would need higher levels of
That
CBD.
I actually did not consider that, but it makes sense because they're burning energy and they're going through it. And that's not
Exactly.
something that I would have considered. And I think when people buy things on their own, these are the things that they don't think about. You're like, CBD is CBD. Just find a brand that was rated well, that is popular, and then I'm going to take it. But everybody's different. And so it needs to be, even if it's not customized, they need to understand how to take it best for their own body and for their own needs.
Right,
So
right.
you actually really brought up a lot of great points. So tell us where you're located and what you're offering during this time, because we know that most areas, including your store that you're currently in right now, is usually closed. But how are you serving your customers during this time?
I'm listed on Leafly,
Hmm.
which is a search engine for companies that sell CBD products,
Hmm.
leafly.com.
Okay.
I'm available for pickup. So if somebody has a product that they need or want to come by the store, they can just put in the order online.
Hmm.
The order would come to my phone. I would see that, somebody ordered something, and I can meet them at the store and they can pick it up there.
That's fantastic. So it's almost like having your own personal wellness coach on call.
Exactly.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm nearby, so it doesn't take but, a few minutes for me to get here if
So all
I
you need
see
is a
it.
10 minutes heads up and you're ready to do
Exactly.
business. Okay.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this. So you said that people can go online and they can place an order. What if they have questions? They're still unsure. They're not sure if this is the best thing for them. What are their options?
They can still, I'm available by email and
Oh,
by
fantastic.
phone,
Hmm.
to ask any questions. Um, 678-324-0494.
A little bit of hesitation there, ma'am.
I
I hope that's the right
had so
number.
I have so many numbers in my head, but yes. So I'm available by phone and by email if somebody has questions.
Okay.
I do like to talk to a person first before I make a recommendation.
Of course, that makes sense.
Just because, you have to know what a person is dealing with and what a person is going through, even if they don't need a customized product.
Mm-hmm.
I would need to know what is going on with a person before I can recommend anything.
That makes perfect sense. Okay. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today to explain both the benefits and clarify the misconceptions about CBD, and for people in the community to know you're in Hiram, Dallas, which is in Paulding, not too far from Marietta or Cobb County, for people to know that you are available during this difficult time. And if they have anxiety and stress and other issues that they're feeling like are not being addressed or not really being able to manage, that they can give you a call and talk to you. You're a pharmacist, you're a holistic wellness coach. So you're really able to support people, I feel, on any level that they need it.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you so much. And see you next Wednesday for another Wellness Wednesday tip.
Thank you.
My
Bye,
pleasure. Thank
everybody.
you. See you.